To finance now, and the local share market closed higher today, but the Australian dollar fell against everything but the Japanese yen. Kohler has the details.
Well, it's all about Japan at the moment. The Nikkei index jumped 2.8% today, while other Asian markets went backwards, following Friday's close on Wall Street, where stocks fell 0.4% after a weaker than expected employment report came out for March. Only 88,000 new jobs versus consensus forecast of 190,000. And with the so-called sequester budget cuts now kicking in, the employment rate in the US is expected to be weak for the rest of the year. Back to Japan, and its enthusiastic embrace of money printing last week has led to a 5% devaluation of the yen in just a few days, adding to the 20% drop since the change of government last October. As a result, the Australian dollar is now worth more than 102 yen for the first time since mid-2008. And as a result of that, Australian car makers are finding it harder and harder to compete against Japanese cars. Against every other currency today, the Aussie fell. Here's a chart of the Nikkei and the US dollar-yen exchange rate. They're soulmates. Every time the yen goes down, which means the US dollar goes up against it as shown by the chart, the share prices of Japan's big exporters like Toyota and Sony go up. The local share market followed Japan today rather than Wall Street, rising about 1/3%. There was some switching out of Rio into BHP after BHP reported that its iron ore exports out of Port Hedland had gone up 25% in March, rebounding from the cyclone-affected volume of the previous month. Banks all went up, Telstra went down. Finally, the latest speculative bubble, Bitcoins, the digital open source virtual form of cash that was created in 2009 as an alternative to the usual government controlled money. Last year they were trading at around $10 each, up to $13, but after the Cyprus crisis this year, the price took off. The closing price today is $169, up from $147 on Friday. And that's finance.